Hold on, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Getting Jiggy with Amo. Today we're getting it played with a little bit more of our Arkham, or at least finishing up our Arkham campaign. So, of course, we've been streaming all day today, playing our Arkham campaign to raise money and awareness for Extra Life Charities and Children's Miracle Network. Of course, we do have our incentives that we're going year round. Lots of things, calling for charity, just a, donation to say thank you, get your name in the little scroller if you saw at the beginning of the stream. Many other things. But of course, we also are having a giveaway because it is Tabletop Appreciation Weekend, or in my case, the entire week. So we will have games that are going into a big bundle that we'll do a giveaway. I plan to have some giveaways during some of the streams, but that didn't or hasn't really panned out as well as I hoped it would, because I don't have, I guess for me, I don't have like a thematic game to go along with the game. And I'm not going to buy another copy of the game that I'm playing to give away, unfortunately, because then I'm just buying a game and I could have just made that money for buying the game to donate to charity. Either way, I digress. This is what it is. We are on our third and final act. The last act did not go horrible, but of course it did not go well. It did not go as well as it could have gone. So we're going to go ahead and flip over and get ourselves started. We are set up here. We are in the sewers this time. We are beneath Arkham. We are going to read some stuff. What's weird is my little thing that says, are people watching, are people not watching, is not. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I had to hit the refresh button a second time. That's why. I am also not in the stream, but luckily, David is in the stream, so he was able to do the exclamation point. Marvel United promos are good giveaways. They are a good giveaway, David. I will say they are a good giveaway. The problem is, again, who's going to show up for, let's say, for example, a Final Girl stream to get Marvel United promos. And then, like, for Final Girl, I do have a Final Girl that I'm going to give away. Unfortunately, it will be once the Kickstarter delivers in August. So same thing, it kind of feels weird to do a giveaway for something that I won't be able to give away until I get it, which could be as late as August. With Chip Theory Games tomorrow, they were supposed to send me some promos, and those promos didn't arrive, so don't have those to give away. So it's been a week. My planning was not planned very well. Either way. all that. Who, I wonder, me? But okay, that's off theme. Yeah, I mean, I would like more people, to come out and whatnot. David, I'll send you a message on BGG about the extra promos that I have for culling for charity. So I know, because I know you did do the culling for charity and got some promos. Where are we at? Smoke and mirrors? No. No, there we go. Scenario 3, Queen of Ash. Now I need to take another drink. All that talking. Sita saying arriba. I think she wants up. All right. Enter 1. Dr. Armitage thanks the waitress at Velma's Diner as she sets 2 pieces of warm apple pie between you. The head librarian pushes one toward you with a strained smile. Arkham is changing. The world is changing. For the worse, I fear. But at least we can have pie. Together, you and Dr. Armitage piece together a disturbing picture of the situation at hand. The Brethren of Ash are not conspirators, Armitage says. They are thralls, all of them. Thralls of an ancient goddess, one they call Elikos. Dr. Armitage shows you a grotesque woodcut of a gnarled tree with burned branches before continuing. After attending one of the cult's secret gatherings, some prospective followers develop a strange bruise that marks them as one of Elikos' own. These followers are from all walks of life, rich and poor, weak and strong. Most importantly, these thralls have no idea that they are under her sway. Your mysterious pursuers is one such thrall. According to prophecy, the Servant of Flame, who attacked us, is at the university as a harbinger of the Queen's return. Harbinger, not harbinger. There was no extra R. Harbinger. On your BGG calling list, I do have my eye on one still. Yeah, so I'll hit you, David. I'll send you a message. We'll figure out the other things that are up in that cabinet. More, David, more for you. It's more for a thank you. Whether you donate again or not, it's more of a thank you for hanging out and keeping us company. After attending one of my cult's secret gatherings, some prospective followers, developers... No, we already did that. Sergeants of Flame, who attacked his university. Yeah, we were talking about the Harbinger, and I was debating whether or not that was grammatically correct. The servant gathers sacrifices to make way for a queen's glorious rebirth, a rebirth that they predict will happen this very evening. So based on our difficulty, we had to add a new one of the little squiggly tentacle things back to our bag. Yay. Check your campaign log. If we discovered the cult's whereabouts, we get to proceed to Intro 2. The thought of your friend being sacrificed chills you to the core. Rather than piece together circumstantial evidence, you suggest you search for the Servants of Flame's residence for some clues. Your search turns up several leads, an invitation to a secret meeting, a pair of scuffed muddy boots, a record of bootlegging operations in the waterfront district, a photo of 3 faces lit by candlelight in the dark. Everything points to the Arkham sewers. A bit foolish, wouldn't you think, for a cult of that worships the fire to conduct their business in the sewers? Armitage chuckles, but I believe you are correct. Together, you resolve to scour the sewers for any trace of your friends. Proceed to setup. Right? Yeah. All right, so we did the setup. We had to gather a whole bunch of stuff. We put the cistern into play. We shuffled the locations of sewers. Then we put them into play. The sluice is set aside. Investigators begin in the sewers. If we scoured Arkham for answers, then we would start with one clue. I misread that. I was thinking the one clue is from us finding them. But yeah, so we basically would have started with a one clue if we would have, I guess, found everybody. If the investigator stirred up trouble, which means, I guess, you beat people up, which we didn't, then bad stuff happens. If we killed the Servant of the Flame, so that was the confusing part. The first one I thought was the Servant of the Flame, but he wasn't. He was like an avatar of the Servant of the Flame. The Servant of the Flame was the one in the second one, and we didn't kill him. So he's back. He's back. Back again. Here he is. Shady's back. Tell a friend. Yeah, so that's that. If there are 3 or 4, you'd get 1 Doom would already start in the agenda. Gather the fire, we put them aside. Gather a bunch of other stuff, collected rewards, put that aside. Shuffle the decks. You are ready to play. Ready to play. Any human sacrifice ought to chill us to the core, not just when it's our friend. Yeah. Now, that's one thing in the story that's still kind of weird to me, is they keep saying my friend, right? My friend in the college. But the problem I have with that is Dexter Drake was in the war and wouldn't be in college. And Joe Diamond has been around for a long time too. So it's like, who's this friend, right? Who's this friend that is in college, right? It's just kind of a weird connection. Now, if you use one of the other investigators that are younger, I guess it'd make more sense. Joe has 2 permanents. Yes, so he has 1 additional ally slot, and he starts with 1 additional card in his opening hand. So we still have more flavor text, though, don't we? A gathering. Chanting echoes through the fetid tunnels. The cult's rebirth is at hand. Each enemy at a location with a copy of fire attached cannot be damaged. All right, so the fire is going to be used to make it so we can't hurt the baddies. Okay. Okay, our objective. Search the sewers. The Brethren of Ash could be anywhere. You must search the sewers for the cult's ritual site if you hope to save your friend. Objective, when the investigators enter the underground cistern, which is way up here, then we advance this. But I'm imagining not all of these are going to connect up there. Well, no, it says they all connect up there. So we technically can advance that after like 1 round? Or 2? We got 1, 2, just go up there? I don't know what these are going to do. If it's like the paths we had to do in the first one, they don't always lead back to the end. All right, Queen of Ash on easy difficulty. The skull is minus X, which is the number of fire, which means I guess now we have to put the fire out. The cultists do -2, and if this is an attack or an evasion targeting a cultist, you reveal another token. The tablet is -2, -4 if you are at the ritual site. And then the squiggly things are minus the tentacles is -3. If you fail, draw the topmost copy of fire and add it to the discard pile. So, I will tell you, this act, this scenario, you are meant to fail. Like, you are probably not meant to succeed at this at all until more decks come out and more cards. So I've debated if I'm going to pick up the next 5 investigators. The problem is if you don't pick up those investigators, if you need their cards for future deck building, because somebody builds a deck using those cards, I'm kind of not winning. I've tried to reach out to Fantasy Flight Games before, and I've never gotten a reply back to them. I might reach out to somebody who does content for them already. I think One Stop Code Shop gets copies sent to them, and I think I believe Dale the Casual Gamer does too. I think he gets review copies. So I might reach out to them. That way I can, because right now I'm buying everything Marvel, and if I have to buy everything for this, that's too much. All right, now let's draw our starting deck, our starting hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so what do we got for Dexter? So I know what we need. We need our second sight. Cool. Cloak? Gem? Don't need 2 cloaks. Don't need prestidigitation. I think I want to keep all 3 of these. So we're going to keep those 3. I'm going to draw 2 more. Please give us what we need. Got our soul link and a lucky cigarette. Did not get what we needed. So, no different tokens in the bag. Yeah, we had to add another squiggly tentacle thing. Squiggly tentacle thing. All right, so that's what we're doing here. Joe gets 1 additional card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, what do we need for Joe? We need, I don't know what, like I know what we need, but I don't know what we need. I'd want him to do more damage, really. Oh, geez, it's all of his doubles. No setup. We have the laboratory assistant as a setup. She just lets us have a bigger hand. I like working a hunch, because it lets us just immediately grab a clue. All right, we have 2 perceptions. Don't need both. Should we just get rid of all of our wilds? Let's get rid of all of our wilds. Draw 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Get rid of that. Draw another one. So we got both our vicious blows. That's way too early. Deduction and gather intel. Fast. Play when an enemy enters your location. I can't say that was any better. Can't say that was any better of a hand. All right. And we have 3 weaknesses in our decks now because of the stupid one we got in the last game. It says it was permanent for the rest of the campaign. So the other thing they're doing is they're introducing mini campaigns that maybe can be played one-offs, maybe can be included in bigger campaigns, don't know. I think the next campaign is going to be another 3-act campaign. It's not going to be like a 5 or an 8. It's kind of weird though, they're releasing more investigators, right? When you don't have like anything to play them with. Like, I couldn't see myself playing these same 3 acts all over again with 5 more investigators, right? Or let alone the 5 that come in the box, right? That's 10 investigators. If I play 2 at a time, right? That's at least 5 games of this whole thing just to do that. All right, so we are here in the culvert. Sewer culvert is connected to each sewer tunnel location-wise and vice versa. No clues. Sewer culvert is connected to each. and we can resign. So we have to come all the way. If we want to escape, we have to come all the way back down here to escape. That's why I didn't put the arrows in. This one kind of makes sense what's connected to what. What was the last weakness? What was it? It was the one where it gave us that mark. And then we had to spend 2 actions to get rid of it. If we didn't, we took 1 damage, right? I think that's what that was. That was the one from the last act. So yeah, that's not good. All right. Here we go. So, I don't think it matters who goes first. So we will just have Dexter go first. After you succeeded a skill test by 2 or more, exhausted to draw cards. So this will let me draw cards. Maybe I need my lucky cigarette. I need my second sight. The problem is that is expensive. That's going to take almost all my resources. But I need this. This has to be in play. So we're going to do that. I have to have this. So that's going to take almost all my resources from my first action. So I'll need more resources so I can play my lucky cigarette case. Because I think that draw is going to be nice. And I definitely probably want to get Jim Carter out as well. So right now the problem is I need all my resources and I don't have them. Maybe I'll get my emergency cash, which will help. So my second action, we will go ahead and move. I guess we'll start at this side and move. We'll go over here. Sewer tunnel. So this is the pink one. So the pink one does connect. So again, I'm kind of confused about you need to go there to advance. Like I could go up there in like the second turn. It's probably not smart to do that. The weird eye on the skin. Yeah, the eye skin disease mark. Forced. After you enter this location, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until an enemy is discarded and draw it. You punk. You punk. I don't like you. Bad location. So this is why it's like you don't know what's going to happen. And again, I think the paths in the first core box was very similar. So we're trying to find a minion. There's an enemy. Hellhound. Hunter. Forced. After a Hellhound attacks you during an enemy phase, choose and discard what you control. So this just told me to draw it, which means then it actually will engage with me. So that is not good, because second sight is not what we need. We need my... oh, that sucks. Now, luckily, the investigator is very cheap here. I didn't get my other ability yet. So, he's only 2 attack. But I have to discard an asset I control. Oh, jeez. So I need Joe to come up here. No, but then the problem is after Joe comes up here, he would get one too. I can't do 3 damage in 1 turn. I'm going to lose this asset. Oh, and this time it didn't tell me to put the doctor into play. Starting. That kind of sucks. Last time it told me I could put the doctor into play. So what is control? Are cards in my hand in my control? So some games control is just what's on the board. Some is your hand and your board. Costs, constant chaos, clues, codex, card types. Clues. Doesn't say. Defeat Doom. Too bad you don't have tenacity from yesterday. You could discard 1 card to go down to 9. It's ironically you mentioned that too. She's watching, I think, number blocks right now. She might be watching letter blocks. Resources, safety, target, triggered, unique, uses, weakness, victory. Yeah, I don't know what control means. So let's go to the search engine. What is... That is not how you spell control. Oh no, she's doing color blocks because it's yellow. I'm yellow. What is considered a player's control? In Arkham Horror, the card game, players' controls define the cards that are in play and under their ownership. This includes cards in their hand, deck, and discard pile. Interacts with other cards that are in play unless the ability specifies interaction with cards in the out-of-play area. To control hand or deck, deck doesn't seem right. That doesn't seem right. Deck doesn't seem right. Control, here we go. Control question, BGG. Player controls the cards located in his or her out-of-play game areas, such as hand, deck, or discard. The card says, if you control, I complete the trigger. If it was in my deck, not in my draw, my hand, or discard, I assume yes. And if XYZ was removed, say from abandon, I assume yes. I think the issue is intent of the word control in this game. I personally believe the cards discussing control are specifically talking about something in the play and control, meaning a card I have at the table in front of me I've played or someone gained control of, such as an asset. Costs. Exhausting. Ability specifies game text. Card abilities only interact with game itself. It's card bearing the ability. Like with other cards that are in play, unless the ability specifically references an interaction with cards out of play. Ownership and control. Card's owner is the player who's in the deck of the game. The player controls the cards located in his or her out-of-play game areas, such as hand, deck, and discard. Card abilities only interact with other card abilities that are in play. But this isn't a card ability. This is a forced response. This is from 2016. I'm amazed. Controlling cards seems to be interchanged with ownership at times. You're in control of your cards at all times. Other players can't do anything with your cards. But considering it says discard something that I control, if it's already in my discard, I can't do that. They call me Mellow Yellow. They call me Mellow Yellow. I'm going to say, yeah, so it says looking at 4 potential actions that could occur. Discard a card. My assumption would be from my hand. Discard a card in play. Assumption would be a card that's on the table. Discard a card that you control. My assumption would be any card that is mine and still mine on the table that can be discarded. Discard a card you control. Oh, in play and control. My assumption would be any card that is mine, still mine, on the table and can be discarded. But it's less clear. Insufficient space. We ran out of room again. Yeah. I gotta remember I gotta delete all these. I don't know why my hard drive fills up so quickly now. There's something on my computer that's taking up a lot of space. Control action should be played. So I'm gonna play it that I control the cards in my hand. Because it's my game and I'm not losing my best card like on the first round. That's just not happening. Not gonna play that. Not playing that game. All right. So the question is, what do I do with the Hellhound? Do I try to evade him, or do I try to attack him and try to start taking him out? So my attack is 2. That's 2. I could Soul Link really early But I mean, that's kind of sad to do that. Considering I'm not going to do extra damage. Because that'd put me at 5. Which probably is what I need. I probably need +3 now, I'm thinking. Because almost everything's going to reduce it by 2 as almost a minimum. 3, 2, 2. Yeah, we're going to do Soul Link. So we're going to do last action. We're going to attack with Soul Link. Which means I do drop down to 7. There. So we are currently at 5. And the tablet is -2. -4 if we're at the ritual. We're not. So that is a success. So that takes him down to... I guess we use the big dice. The big dice seem to be better. At least for you guys. For me, it doesn't really matter. Say nice doggy and slowly back away. Yeah, that's what I should have done. So we do 1 damage. So he's at 2. He's still going to whack me. That's the problem. He's still going to hit me twice. Unless I can get something that does an extra damage. That kind of sucks. All right. Yeah, I don't know how you're supposed to play decks that have no damage, no plus damage in it. I think, Dave, we were talking about last time, right, about the plus investigation. I think the same thing. If you don't have a deck that does plus damage, how are you supposed to take out 3s, 4s, and 5s? Right? How are you supposed to attack them? And again, this deck didn't add me at any weapons. No machete, no knife, no nothing. Did this one come with knives? What did this come with for weapons, basic weapons? I did have, now remember, I did have extra XP here, so I could have added a weapon in. Looking for the +1 damage. Oh, broken bottle, replace the knife. You get +1 for this attack. If you succeed, you may discard it to do +1 damage. Thought the machete was in here. No, the machete is in the blue deck, isn't it? Yeah, so they replaced the knife with the broken bottle. That's the only really way to do +1 damage. Not the best option. All right, on to Joe. Joe, you're not going there, buddy. Let's just go straight up. Let's just go straight up. But you don't like deck building, which is why you use other people's decks. Correct. Correct. So my assumption would be they know how to play, which they probably do. But like, you can only mulligan once. So like when they're saying dig for a card, how would I dig for a card? I have no way to dig. Like you said, is there a way for me to discard my whole hand and redraw? No, you get 1 card per round, right? It's not like Marvel Champions where you're drawing back up to a particular amount of cards. Then again, I'm not good at Marvel Champions either, so not like that's to use as a basis of good versus bad forced. When you end your turn at this location, choose and discard 1 card from your hand. Well, I guess it's a good thing he went there because he's the card drawing guy. So if I stay here at the end of my turn, I lose a card. I don't like that either. You guys are just being mean from the get. From the get. Also, I don't see any deck thinning. Well, because it's not a deck building game. It's a deck. So that, David, is where a lot of people get the confusion of the terms. Deck building versus deck construction. Deck building is a game I like. That's where you're building your deck and making it better throughout the game. Deck construction is where somebody else needs to build the deck for me, so I know how to play it. Pokemon, Magic Gathering, those are deck construction games. And I was getting okay with Pokemon. Normally, same thing. I'd have to steal somebody else's deck and hope I had the cards to make it. But then you still need to know how to play it and how the combos work. And the only way to do that is to play over and over and over again. So, all right. So second action, I guess we will see what we can get into play. Get us some stuff. Vicious blows. We wanted stuff. All right. So, all right. They're going to be making us discard a lot of cards. So if we're going to do an action, we're going to go ahead and get this into play, which allows us to draw 2 cards. All right. And then we got our emergency cash, which is what I needed for Dexter. I do have working a hunch. Play during your turn, discover 1 clue at your location. So I can either outright discover a clue, or I can just investigate. My investigate right now is... Now, one thing I wish, and this is something else, David, right, is when you play these cards, this icon doesn't add to your total. Like, I wish it would. I wish it was like, oh, I get this one plus this one, plus, like each card. So it's more like a engine building game where you can keep making yourself better. So working a hunch would cost me 2 and would guarantee me... Oh, no, it's fast. So that doesn't cost me an action. So we can go ahead and get 1 clue. Right? And that cost me 2. So that's fine. Go down to 1. All right, so we're going to investigate. We're at 3. We're at 4. Now we'll go ahead and do our other working a hunch, which is 5, 6. So we're at 6 on a 3. Plus 1. So that was way overkill. But we got our second clue. All right. We did end our turn here, so we're going to have to discard. Oh, I probably should have played this, shouldn't I have? Well, no, because it would do an additional clue. Close. Hang on. My computer's now yelling at me because there's 0 storage. Videos. Doing 2-hour playthroughs all day long starts to play havoc on your hard drive. Oh, no. Not the webcam. Stop that. Yeah, delete you guys. Delete. Yes. I forgot, I still haven't done I did an Arkham unboxing and still haven't posted it. Also did a Detective City of Angels unboxing and still haven't posted that. Although that one's less of a important unboxing because it's spoilers. Igor does good work up from a hunch, just one shoulder or the other. All right, so what do we get? I think I should have done deduction. Well, no, because I can't gain another clue. I was just saying I couldn't do that. Play this when an enemy enters your location. That's not happening. Guess we'll discard resources because I'm waiting for the enemies to come in, and they're probably going to be nasty. All right, no enemies. So we're just going to refresh. 2, 2. Draw a card. Be the one I want. Be what I want. Be what I want. Yes! There we go. Cosmic Flame. That's what we need. Fight. Get +2 and 1 damage. +1 damage for the attack. If you succeed, I can spend a charge to deal 1 additional damage. So this is now a 2 damage card, 3 damage card when I have this. Now, the question is... So here's my question. It says I have 4 charges for my uses. When there's no more charges, does the card have to go away? Because if that's the case, then I would just leave 1 charge on here pretty much permanently, right? And I just wouldn't get the extra +1 damage, but I'd still be able to use the ability. Because this is not making me use the charge to do that. This is just an action I get. So that's why I'm wondering, like, the other game I discarded it because I had no charges left on it. Oh, right here. If you cannot, you take 1 damage and you discard this card. If I can't remove a charge. Okay, so I shouldn't have had to remove that card until I needed to discard it, is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking with both of these, if I get down to 0, I still have the abilities. And then I could use that to do it. I can't put that into play yet. Yeah, I think I was playing that wrong. So, not to say, David, that would have helped us in that second playthrough. We got Dorothy. Not to say it would have helped or hurt or otherwise, but something I think is accurate on that. I'm wondering the same thing with the other weapons. I guess only if it says you have to spend it to do the action. Like the gun. The gun, I think you have to spend 1 to do the action. If there's none there to spin, then technically what are you going to do? All right. So we're going to add us some fire. En fuego. Let me get cards. Card for you. Card for you. Langor, Hex, Bane. Revelation. Put Langor into play into your threat area. Limit 1 per investigator. Forced. After your turn begins, discard the top card of your deck. If it is a weakness, draw it. Otherwise, you cannot play or commit cards of that type, asset, event, or skill this round. It takes 2 actions to discard this stupid thing. Ugh. I don't like that. Cosmic Evils, Peril. Revelation. You must either place 1 doom on the current agenda. It's early enough in the game, or take damage, which again, it's early enough in the game. And the Cosmic Evil gain surge. No, we'll just go ahead and make this a 2. We actually have 3. Technically, I have 3 acts. The last act is not good. The last act is not good. It's not good. All right, so forced after your turn begins. So we will. He's got to get rid of this. I mean, everybody's kind of got to do their own thing still. So discard the top card of your deck. If it is a weakness, draw it. It is not. All right, so we cannot play any events this turn. So we cannot play events. That's fine. Wasn't planning to. Here's a question. Do I take damage so I can put this into play so I can guarantee that I knock them out? I think I have to. Oh, I don't have enough resources though. Oh, sorry. The Hound was supposed to attack me. I completely skipped over because I'm like, oh, there's none here, but he was here. So he would have attacked me. So I'd be at 4. And 6. Why was it not at 8? I took a horror earlier, right? Why did I take a horror? Trying to figure out why my horror was down 1. Be curious to see if the person who made these decks said what the combos were to make them work. Like you're missing a way to dig. He had a full read through. I did not. Oh, the Soul Link. I was like, why am I down 1 more? Okay. I was like, why am I not at 8? All right. So. And it would have made me discard an asset. Gem or my cloak? I think Gem, because Cloak actually allows me to do damage whenever I gain horror. So basically, the horror goes to the Cloak instead of to me. I almost feel like I need to take... I have to get hit. I almost feel like I have to play the card to get hit. But I don't... Dang it, I don't have the resources to do it. Oh, this sucks. And evade is 4. I have no evade. I'm not using that to evade. If I do anything else, he's going to attack me. If I move, he attacks me. And I'm wondering earlier when I said he's dead, Jim. Dexter's gonna be dead. Earlier when I was saying, oh, do I do they stay put? I'm guessing not. I'm guessing they stayed engaged with you and then they're basically chasing you. Thematically, that makes sense. I got the card I need, but I got it 1 turn too early. So if I don't do anything to him, I'm taking 2 again. If I do nothing again, I'm taking 2 again. But the next turn I'll be able to add this card, but then I'm taking that turn. So I'd basically be taking 2 more damage, 2 more horror to do this. If I just don't take any action. That sucks. Here's a question. Doing the 2 action to get rid of this, that's still not a fight or an evade. So yes, he's still going to take opportunity. So I can't even get rid of this. And the problem is, if I bring Joe over here, he's just going to get a minion engaged with him. We'll just have Dexter come down here and resign already. The net result would be the same. I don't think I can do anything with him. I think I have to just pass. Because I don't want him to get hit 3 times. I'm fine with the hit at the end of the turn. And I'm fine with the hit to play this card first. And that put me at 2. The question is, are any of these going to be a healing location? Probably not. Probably not. All right, I'm passing with him for now because I can't think of what I can do with him. Probably nothing. All right. So, should we just go for it? I don't know what the next card's going to be. I don't know how bad that's going to be. Yeah, we'll do it. Let's do it because he's going to die anyway. So we'll just spend 1 action to go here. Oops. All right, underground cistern. Oh, additional cost to enter the underground cistern. Oh, we must spend 3. We must send 6 clues. Never mind. I'm like, why? How can you not just go up there immediately? Now the problem is none of these are connected to each other. So we have to go back down 1 action. Then we have to spend another action to go to another location. That's just stupid. Stupid. All right. When you end your turn on this location, gain 1 resource. Okay. Oh, but there's absolutely no clues. Guess we'll end my turn there because and I don't have 3 resources. And that took 2 to get there. Let me double check move. I think move is you have to, it's per location, which does make this harder, right? If I could move any number of spots, it'd be different. Wait, move. Basic action, investigator using the action moves to a connecting location. Move investigator token. Yeah, so each movement, single movement costs an action. I mean, I'm good with getting an extra resource, kind of. I mean, I'm going to get one at the end of the turn. I almost say no. I almost say I use the last one to get back down here. Yeah. And yeah, I'm not going to do anything with Dexter because there's nothing I can do. He's not. I could attack. I mean, he doesn't have retaliate. I guess we'll use all 3 to attack with nothing. I mean, we'll just attack. So 2, -1, fail. 2, -2, fail. 2, -2, fail. So the net result was the same. I mean, I guess the luck would have been on my side. I would have at least gotten one more damage on him. So did not happen. All right, so baddie guy's turns. He's going to hit me for 1. And 1 horror. So we're at 3 and 5. Yay! All right, goes up to 3. 1 to you. 1 to you. Dissonance. Curse, Bane. Test 3. If you fail, lose 1 action and choose a card type. Discard all non-weakness cards of the chosen type. Ew. So it's a test 3 willpower. I only have 2 willpower. Do I have any way to boost that? Oh, that sucks. Asset, skill, event. I guess I could say event. I would only get rid of 1 card. I did lose 1. I will lose 1 action, however. Yep, here we go. So we are doing a 3 test with a 2. -1. So the only way we would have passed is with a +1. All right, so we lose an action. We lose the event. Yep. All right. This is going great. I love it. Dark Magician. Yeah. And he has Retaliate. Yeah. Forced. When the round ends, place 1 doom on this enemy. Place 1 doom on the enemy with no doom on it nearest to Dark Magician. Oh, so he doesn't place it on himself. Oh, he gives us victory points, though. Now, this is the one where the victory points are kind of confusing. You get victory points in the 3rd scenario because that's, again, under the assumption that you might want to take these investigators to the next scenario you play and carry everything forward. But I think with the new rules, you reset your decks. So that's kind of odd. It's like everything you learned, you've now forgotten. Yeah, that sucks. Because now, to do what I was going to do, because I'm engaged with 2 people, to play this, because I'm engaged with 2 people, both of them, or no, it says only 1 will. There's something about saying that they won't do it twice. Where is that at? Where was that at? I just got it back. It's mentioned back here. Something of opportunity, right? Yeah, attack of opportunity. Each time an investigator engaged with them takes anything other than a fight, evade, parlay, or resign, each engaged enemy attacks them. Ability that costs more than 1 action. Okay, so it was the action. If an ability required 2, like for example, to get rid of this card, then did. Oh, I'm sorry. Forced. Beginning my turn, I have to discard a card. So I cannot play any skills. Wow. So they would both attack me. I'd lose 4. I'd lose 2 hit points and 2 sanity. Not a fan of scenarios that are designed to make you fail or games with a low percentage win rate. Yeah, I mean, this This one is designed to make you fail. It's like nothing about any of these cards is good. Like, I'm playing even on the easiest, and I'm drawing every possible token that does not help me on the easiest difficulty. And this is unique, right? Compared to like Marvel Champions, where it's like, okay, you draw a card and you could have 1, 2, 3, 0 on the card. This is kind of the same thing. You have the benefit of a plus. Do I take the 4 damage? The problem is he's gonna, if I don't get rid of him, he's gonna attack me in a turn. And I can't do enough damage to get rid of him. Yeah, Dexter's done. There's no way for me to beat both of these guys. And I don't have the capability to evade. Did I draw a card? No, when I did the refresh, I didn't draw a card, or I skipped an entire. I skipped the entire upkeep phase. So, so this fear would have been in my hand. Joe would have gotten another card. This skill test successful. Heal 1 heart. So I do have fear to heal, and it's free, and I use it part of the attack. But this only helps if I have this in play. But again, it's only healing my heart. It's not healing me. My only other option is to take Joe in there and get another minion drawn to us. I feel like I have to do that. I feel like I got to take Joe in there. He's got 4, but he's not doing extra damage. Oh, I have my Vicious Blows. I do have my Vicious Blows, which do +1. Yeah, I'm going to have to do. So Joe's going to come up here. He's losing an action too, though. That sucks. For 1 action, we are looking for a new friend to play with. Come out wherever you are, friend. Jeez. Still no friends. There's a friend. There's a friend. Hi, friend. Hi, friend. Cantor of Flame. So he has Retaliate. He is a 2/2/2 with Retaliate. It only does 1 damage, though. Too bad. And I do have my Laboratory Assistant to take the hit off me. All right. So my 3rd action, I've got to attack. I'm only going to attack for 2. So my best bet is to attack that guy. Or should I attack the bigger one? No, because I don't want both of them to attack him when he plays his cards. We're going to attack for 2. We're doing 4, 5. Oh, sorry. On my turn... Oh, did I get rid of that card? Dang it, I did. All right, so we're at 5 on a 2. 5 on a 2. Let's shuffle these up good. I don't want that -2 about for the 5th time. -1 is better than that. All right, so, and we did 2 damage. Get rid of you. Holy cow. All right. Which is good, because now he's not going to... Oh, he's going to add 1 to here, though. Oh, that's not good. All right. So that was the last action I could do. I'm going to get hit. All right. Dexter is going to take the hit. We've got to get this into play. So I have no other option. So now we're going to take the hit. Down to 2 hit points and 4 horror. All right. Now we're going to attack. How many do we get? We get 4 charges. We're going to attack. We're going to fight. So we're at 5. 6, 7. So we're at 7 on 4. we're in 7 on 4. Yeah. Zero. Good job. So now that does 1, 2, and then we spend a token 3. So that's 3 damage. So that takes him down to 1. All right. Then we're going to use that again to attack. So again, 2. So that's 7. 7 on 4. All right. Skull minus X is the number of fires in play. There are 0 fires in play, so that is a success. We do not need to use a token this time, so that saves us a token. Oh, wow, I'm amazed. I pulled that off, but of course, poor laboratory assistant's about to be eaten by a cantor of flame. Poor library assistant. All right, that's everything, right? Except for this stupid thing. All right, so... oh, I forgot to discard. Yeah. So, the Cantor is going to attack for 1. I can either get rid of my library assistant, which just means I have 2 less in my hand, which I guess is fine right now, rather than me taking the damage. All right. So, my 3, 3, 4, 1. So now we can get, now we're finally here, we can get these 2, but now we need to find some more. We're up to 4. 1 for you. 1 for you. All right. Why say Cantor when they can say Nor? You can just say Nor. Cantor, Nor. Unnatural Decay, Curse. Test 4. If you fail, you must either place 1 doom on an asset you control or take 2 damage. So we're doing a test of wills for 4. I only have 2, and I really don't want to discard to possibly pass, because we'd have to draw the 0. Because I want to get this into play. Oh, I forgot to draw. I forget to draw a card. Oh, that helps. Guts. There we go. So we're at 4. Let's just prestidigitation. Fast. Play only during your turn. Play an item asset from your hand, reducing its cost by 2. Ooh. Turn ends. Return an item asset you control. Oh, but I gotta put an item back into my hand. So it's like magic. I put it out and take it back. So Lucky Cigarette would be kind of okay to put out there. Because then when I pass a skill test by 2, well, I'm going to be getting rid of this stupid thing. So let's play Lucky Cigarettes to help her by 1 more. Or him. Jeez. It's a girl here. 2, 4, 5. So we're at 5 on a test of 4. 0. That works. We are successful. We get to draw a card. Hey, it's another guts. No guts, no glory. All right. Ooh, that's not good. Ashen Rebirth. Power. Revelation. Test 4. If you fail, you must either take 2 direct damage or 2 direct hammer, whichever you have more of. Yeah. It's a test 4. I'm at 5. And then she's going to use guts. 6, 7. -1, so we passed. This test is successful. The performing investigator draws a card. Ooh, there's my Will of the Cosmos. That's one where I added Doom counter, but I get to take research from everywhere. Okay, so first things first, we got to get rid of this stupid thing. So we will Vicious Blow, which gives us 4, 5, and it's only 2. -2. All right, so -2. We were at 5, so that's still a pass. So goodbye. Goodbye. All right. That's first action. Second action, we're going to yeah, we're going to investigate with deduction. So that is 4, 5, 101, 0. So she gets, I get both. So that puts us at 4 of 6. She, I keep saying she, I don't know why. And then for the last action, we will just get out of dodge. Go down here. Okay, this is the one where we have to discard a card to go into it. All right. We're going to use 2 to get rid of this stupid thing. Oh, hang on. Still got to do the beginning of my turn. Discard a card. Manual dexterity. Meh. All right, 2 actions. Get rid of that stupid thing. And then 1 action to move down here. I almost feel like I had a plan that time. All right, Dexter, you guys got to stay together now because you can't take any more hits. And if anybody comes to you, well, I do have this now. I mean, I can hit things now. A little bit. All right. So, no baddies out here. Make sure there's no baddies this time, or skip that. Get our things back. Get a resource. Don't forget to draw a card this time, Will. Overpower and another cloak. All right. So we are up to 5 of 6. Luckily, we got rid of that other guy because he would have put another Doom out. And then swim first and second. Zealot. He is aloof. Forced. After this enemy enters play, place 1 Doom on it. Well, that... You gotta be kidding me. So now we don't place that Doom because that calls this to flip. From somewhere deep within the bowels of the city, a searing flame grows in intensity. Those who bear the mark of the queen arise to herald her return. If the certain flame enemy is set aside, spawn it at the underground cistern. Yay! Each investigator must do a test of 4 willpower. If you fail, you get 1 direct horror. So, so I got to help her out because she's only at 3. No way to even pass that without helping. She has no. I keep saying she. He has no. Okay, future playthroughs. I am definitely doing male and female for every characters in any game I play. Because I'm going to keep saying she. It doesn't stop. I don't know why. Normally I do. Normally I do 1 male, 1 female. I don't know why in this time I didn't. I think it was because I found this deck first, the Joe Diamond deck first. I was like, well, that's cool. And then I wanted to play as Dexter. Because I wanted to play the Mystic. I do have Fearless. So actually if I play this, I get to heal. Horror. Well, it's only 1 horror. But I'm not hurting on horror, really. Problem is I gotta give, she's at 2. I mean, I don't care. I honestly don't care if Joe fails, because he's got 7 horror. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna do Drake. He's at 5. I don't want him to lose anymore. We'll go ahead and use this one. So we're at 7. 7 on a 4. Kooky keeps giving me away when I hear the clock of darkness. Skull is minus the fire. There is no fire. So that is a success for him. And we succeeded by 2 or more. So we get to get 6 instead of 8. Joe's going in with a strong 2. Let's see if he can get the +2. I think it's this one right here. Nope, that's a 0. Joe fails. Joe is going down to 6. That's just fine. It's fine. It's fine. Everything's fine. This is that fire meme, right? Everything's fine. Noxious smoke. Test. Get 3 or take 1 damage. So, I'm at 5 on 3. Let's go ahead and get rid of our cloak. So that's 6 on 3. 6 on 3. -2. So that is 5 on 3. No. 4 on 3. Still good. Still good. All right. Okay, guys. We need 2 more clues. 2 more clues. We can go here and here. One's probably good. The other one's probably bad. Or both are bad. This is Arkham Horror. All right. I can't have Drake go first, because he doesn't have the hit points if it's something bad. So, Joe, you're going to take one for the team. You're going first. You're going to go here. Forced. When you end your turn at this, take 1 horror. All right. The question is, can Joe get in and get out without taking horror? So, there is 2, which is all we need. All right, so we are going to... Oh, hang on. Sorry. I couldn't move yet. We're going to go there anyways, because now I don't want to not know that I did that. I forgot I had the Z-Lot attached to me. So my first thing needs to be an attack for 4, 5, 6... Skull is 0. So that was an overkill. The 1 doom is what caused that to flip. I forgot about that. Oh, we didn't read this. The ritual. The air is choked with noxious smokes and the sounds of chanting and grow louder. Each enemy at a location with a copy of fire attached cannot be damaged. So again, luckily there's no fire out yet. We haven't seen any fire. Nothing has told us to put fire out. I don't know what's going to tell us to put the fire out, but nothing has told us to yet. All right, so that's fine. So our second action was to go up here. No, not you. You. All right. Draw a card because I was successful. All right. I've investigated a couple times too. I don't know if I've been remembering to draw that card. All right, so we're going to... for third action, we're going to investigate with deduction. So that's 4, 5. No, we're doing everything. 6, 7. We're doing it all. So we're doing 7 on a 4. So I need to succeed because I want both of those. All right, -2. So luckily that was good. Good play. Do all that. Get both of those. After we get a card which is overpower. And out of actions. So, unfortunately, we did end our turn there. So, we're at 5. All right. So, we have the 6 we need. He's going to come chasing us this turn anyways. How's he chasing? Force. When certain flame is defeated, read that. Hunter and retaliate. So he doesn't really care where he goes. He's just going to go. He's worth victory too, though. So. So to enter that, we would have to spin the 6. Which we could do, right? But then we're kind of stuck up there with the servant, and he can't take the damage. Do we want to find out if this is good? That's kind of the question. Do I want to find out what's in here? Is that good? I could just add my attach my cloak, which does extra damage. So maybe we do that. Maybe we don't move. We spend 1 to get another resource. 2 is to play the cloak. Now let's move Mr. Joe over a little bit. We're gonna move him over a little bit too. All right, so we got our cloak. So now when we take horror, it goes to our cloak. And for our last action, so I want to take the horror when, so basically, so when the servant hits me, he's going to do 2 damage. If he does the horror to me, he's going to do 2 damage. What do I do with the last action? Don't know. We'll just go here. We'll use the last action to go up here. That's one of the good spots, which will give me 1 resource. Because all these are connected, so he's going to move to wherever I tell him to, so he's going to go there. All right, so speaking of which, it is the bad guy's turn. So he's going to go here. He's going to engage. And he's going to beat up on Joe. Joe is at 4 and 3. Gotta love it. All right. Recover. Recover. Draw a card. Draw a card. That's my soul link. That's good and gives you a guaranteed success. I do have to take 1 horror, which actually would go to my cloak. So I kind of need to be over here. Well, we're both going to go up here, so. I think we're both going to go up there anyways. All right. 1 resource for you. 1 resource for you. All right. Yeah. All right. We're starting over on Doom counter, so we got to get to 10 and then the bad stuff underneath. Wait until Joe comes back. Poor Joe. All right. All right, this side. Zealot. Good old Joe, you got lots of friends, buddy. I'm gonna have to waste 2 turns. I'm gonna have to waste 2 actions to go 1, 2, so I can help now. But then the problem is I'll be stuck there with that horror, which again goes to my cloak, which does damage to something in my location. Para Revelation must either place a doom on the current agenda. Yeah, we're doing that. We're doing that. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. I have to go in here. I'll end my turn there, which is fine. I will take 1 horror to my cloak, which then I can apply to whatever's still alive, which would really be this one. All right, so that's what we got to do. 2 actions. 1, 2. That's why I wish these were connected, but they're not. Yeah, they're only connected to the sewer. All right, it's 2 to go in there. And then we're going to use our 3rd action to attack the Servant of Flame. We're going to use our Cosmic Flame. So we're at 5, 6, 7. 7 on a 4. 7 on a 4. Let's do 8. Let's do 8 on a 4. 8 on Zealot, not Zealot. Oh, Zealot, not Zealot. You say tomato, I say tomato. We were just talking about that, right? Phonetics and grammar and hard and soft vowels earlier today. -1, we are still good. So that does 1, 2, 3 damage. Woo! 3 damage. So he was at 10. That puts him at 7. We need the big die. We need the extra life die. So that puts him at 7. That was good. He doesn't have evasive anymore. So he stays attached unless we evade him. So we basically have to beat him up. We have to take him out. Is what we got to do. Unfortunately, my good cards are doing damage is here. Vicious blows are in my discard pile now. Oh, we needed. I forgot. I needed to place a doom counter on this one. I guess I need to take this thing out so that goes away. Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, that'll drop me down to 2 and 1. There's no way I'm defeating him this turn. I mean, why can't you just straight attacks and hope they hit? Right? Four on a 2. This is -0, -2, -2, -3. We're gonna try without because I want to use the overpower for him. So we're gonna try without to hit the Zealot. Zealot. Zealous. Yeah. They're a little overzealous. -2 on my 4 is still 2. That's enough. All right. Now we're going to go overpower. Overpower. I have the power. All right. So we're at 6 on a 4. 6 on a 4. That is +1, and if you succeed, draw 1 card and gain 1 resource. Ooh, draw 1 card. I'm kind of full on resources, but okay, you want me to. So that only unfortunately does 1 damage. All right. And then this, because it succeeded, draw a card. Ooh, scene of the crime. All right. So unfortunately, I was hoping I'd get more punchy punchies. I did not get more punchy punchies. I mean, all I can do is attack, so we're just going to go ahead and attack. We just don't have any bonus. We didn't get our endurance. At both other games, we've gotten the endurance, and it's kind of helped a little bit. I don't know what to grab. I'll grab this one. -2 on my 4 makes it -2, which means I failed, which means retaliation occurs. Oh, we're going to lose Joe. Maybe I shouldn't have gone. We're going to lose Joe. Yeah. Yeah. Joe's basically dead. Oh, sorry. When I ended my turn here, I should have taken 1 horror. Here. So that puts me down to 2. But then I would have done 1 more damage to him. Yeah. Or, technically, what I could have done is reversed. Either way, the 1 point's the same, because this wasn't doing double damage. I could have used their attack on that. It doesn't matter. Because I didn't use any cards on the Zealot. And see, now we're ending the turn here. So that is 0. Joe has succumbed to the horror. So Joe is... Oh, and he had... Yeah, this is game over. There's no way. Joe had all the clues. And I'd have to get them all again. So Joe succumbed to the horrors. All right. Well, resign or retcon the last attack. Well, it wouldn't. I mean, yeah, that's all I'd be able to do is retcon the last attack. I'm still taking. No, I'd still die. It doesn't matter because then, see, David. Then the problem is the only way I'd be able to get away is to evade, right? And the cards I had in my hand were these two, and neither one of them are going to help me evade. And my evade's only at 2, or agility's at 2, and I need 4. And same thing, I could do the soul link. I could do the soul link to help run away. Yeah, we see. We'll see if it works. I don't think it's going to work out any better in our favor, but we'll see. We'll see. I can't resign. I can resign if I, run away by myself. But again, that's just going to give me a story beat that says resign, right? So we'll do this. Let's see here. So we'll take back that last attack. So therefore we didn't take that horror or the damage. So we'd be at 4 and 3. Right? And so we would try to evade. So we would play Soul Link, which requires us to take a horror. When we take a horror, we can do damage to something in our location. That gives 3 successes, 3, 4, 5. 5 on a 4. Five on a 4. Let's go with this one. This one feels good. The tentacle, -3. So that is a 2, which means we did not evade. So the end's the same. It's still a knockout because this will be -1. This will be -2. Yeah. And -1 at the end of the turn, and then -2 when he attacks me. So in the end, it's all going to be the same. Good thought, though. Good thought there. All right. So, so Joe he has succumbed to his fears. Yeah. So that was his activation is what killed Joe. So now we do our upkeep phase. 3. Draw a card. Paranoia. Yay! What happens on death? So you keep going, but now it's a 1-player game. In the campaign, say this was 1 or 2, chapter 1 or 2, then they would start the next game with trauma, either physical or mental trauma, depending how they died. So in this case, because they died from their mental, they would start with mental trauma, which would make them start with 6 instead of 7. Revelation, lose all of your resources. Yay. Yay, which means I only have 1 card. I feel like this lady's just going to come back to life. There's just no way. Because I can do 3 damage. I could get rid of him. That's really all I can do is just attack him. Get rid of him. And hope I don't fail. Because I'm having to do it just with the 7. I have no cards I can use. So I guess that's what we're doing. We're going to attack him. So we're on 5. Although he could hit himself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. So yeah, so we're 5, 6, 7, and we can do 2 damage with that. So it's 7 on 4. The dex has 2 health and 0 clues. Yes. Yes. -2, so that is a success. So that does 1, 2, 3 damage. Takes him to 1. We'll do it again. So that is a 7 on a... Oop, gotta use one of our thingies. Skull is per fire. There is no fire. There we go. Woo! Retaliate. Oh yeah, the retaliate's on the failure. So earlier when he failed, he would have retaliated anyways. And that's what killed him the first time. But then when I retconned, like you said, to try to evade as another option, so maybe he could go around here and resign, he failed that. So then this attacked on its turn, which reminds me we forgot to do this entire turn. I started my turn before I did this. Ah, Langor. That's fun. We're not playing any of those cards. We didn't play any cards that turn anyway, so it did not impact anything I just did. All right, so we successfully beat them. So we do get to read something, though. Yeah. All right. Do get to read something. All right. Codex. Servant of the Flame. By defeating the Servant of the Flame, you have brought them to their senses. As you take off their masks, they look up at you confused. Check your campaign log and resolve one of the following. No, 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 no. Who was the person? Who was our lady? It was Ackley, right? Ackley was our thing? Yeah, it was Ackley. Cornelia Ackley. Cornelia stares bewildered at her bloodied hands. I thought it was all a nightmare, she says, as you help her to her feet. She looks at you over and her face furrows. You're hurt. I can help. Each investigator heals 3 damage. That wouldn't help. It doesn't heal the mental. So that is good. Holy cow. So we're up to 5. All right, we have one more action. The only thing we can do is investigate. So that thing's out of the picture, and that was our biggest attack problem. We still have a couple here. We still have this for horror. All right, so all we can do is investigate. So we're going to investigate. We are at 5. And we can get an additional clue. Yeah, so we're at 5 and we get an additional clue. Oh. What are we doing? Auto fail. Wah, wah, wah. Auto fail. All right. No baddies, because we got rid of the baddie. Go away, baddie. Get my tokens back. Get 1 resource. And draw 1 card. Prestidigitation. All right. We are up to 4. And the problem is, even though we lost a person, this doesn't change, right? So it's... Read it langorously. What does the Langor do? What Langor? Have a Langor? Langor. But yeah, that doesn't change. So it's still 3 times the number of players at the start of the game. Oh, the Langor here. Basically, I have to discard a card, and... if it's whatever the card is, I can't play that this turn. So on that turn, it was an event. So I couldn't play any events that turn. All right. Yeah. The 4. Draw a card. Dissonance. Revelation. Test 3. If you failed it, man, we got 5. So -2, we're still good. All right, so stupid thing. We can't play any events. It does make you go through your deck though, and possibly find your weakness. All right, so we're going to investigate 3 times, I guess. We have, what do we have? We have 5 on a 4. Let's... No, I'm good with this. We're actually going to do this. Oh, no. Dang it, there's no clues in another location. So this just gives me 1 clue by adding 1 doom. That actually doesn't help me. Yeah, so we're doing 5 on 4. That's hard. And this is the worst place for her to die, for him to die, because this is a 4. I think that is where they go. I think they go back to where he was at the time. Health and damage. If it doesn't say what to do. Elimination, here we go. Page 5. No. No. Where was it? There you go. Trauma, death, and insanity. Investigators defeated by taking heart equal to insanity suffer 1 mental trauma. Recorded sanity. Investigators driven insane. Investigator cannot be used for remainder. That player chooses a new investigator to use. Oh, that's... No, that's for the campaign. I think he does. I think he drops it right there. Defeated asset is discarded. No. See elimination, page 41. I was already reading elimination. Elimination. Players eliminated scenario is defeated and they resign. Manner eliminate investigator. Investigator who is eliminated. Current scenario is necessarily eliminated from the campaign. Cards they own and currently in play and all the cards in play area are removed from the game. Any card they own but does not control remains in play. All clue tokens a player possessed are placed in location where the investigator was eliminated. All other resource tokens are returned to the pool. Yeah. But yeah. That's not good. So. We are, yeah, that's exactly what happens. It's there and it's on a 4. And unfortunately, my second sight does not increase like my cosmic flame does. So most I can do is make it a 5. I need to do it 3 times. So I guess we'll just do it twice. And if I have to, I'll use the last one for the 5th one. All right, so we're doing a 5 on a 4. -1. That was a success, oddly enough. Let's make this a 5. I don't know why I didn't just have that as a 6. Also not why, yeah, also not sure why I had 2 separate dice for, or for him. Oi. Alright, so, again, 5 on a 4. -2, that is a -3, that is a failure. And then, we'll go ahead and use the card for the last one. So this is 6. 6 on a 4. Skull is 0. Okay, yeah, of course. When I use the card, I don't need it. When I didn't use the card, I needed it. 4. We're at 2 of 6. Go team. Go up to 2. Draw a card. We're up to 5. Draw a card. Test agility 3. If you fail, take 1 horror and discard any non-story asset you control. All right. All right, we can do this. Play when you draw a non-weakness treachery card, which is that. Cancel the card's revelation effect and take 1 horror. So, that's going to cost 1 resource. I'm going to do that. Or no, maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should try to do it. What is it again? Test 3. I'm at 3. Worst case, I have to discard an asset, which is one of these. And if I took the horror, I would get rid of this anyways. Yeah, we'll go ahead and try to do it. Not more clues left here from Joe's death. Didn't he have a lot? No, he had 6. He had just the amount we needed to get in there. Because we have 1 location we didn't go to. So it was 2, 4, and then this one was 2 as well. So 6, 2, 4, 6. We'd gotten all of them. We just never went to this sewer tunnel because I was too afraid to go in. I could go in now, technically. Might be easier, but it probably will only give me 2 clues. Uh-oh. One of our clues fell apart. That'd be cheating. Uh-oh. Which clue's missing the back? Oh, this one. Should have super glued them. I didn't super glue them. Actually, this is that clear plastic. This clear plastic doesn't do well with super glue. I'd have to use, like, just probably hot glue or regular white glue. All right, we're gonna go with. All right, so we need a 3. We need a 0 or anything related to a 0. That is a 0. Woo! That's a pass. All right. So, on my turn, that stupid thing is still there. I cannot play skill cards. Oh, I can't play or commit cards of that type. Ooh. Luckily, I have no skill cards in play. I do not want an asset to come down because that's bad. Oh, I forgot this. I should have spent a charge on my 2 successes, right? I forgot to spend my charges. So actually, I would be at 4. And this would be down to 2. All right. Second verse, same as the first. So we're going to go ahead and use that for the wild symbol. So we're at 6, because if I succeed once, I'm good. So we're at 6 of 4. Let's go with this. No, damn my fingers. Skull is 0. Yay! So that gives us the last 2. So we are at 6. All right. Oh, every turn here I was supposed to take 1 horror. So technically my cloak would have been gone by now. And I probably would have taken, I think it's been 2 turns, right? It's been 2 turns since Joe died, or 1 turn? 2 turns. No, one turn, because I got all that in one turn. So yeah, my cloak would have been dead. Oh, it's like Doctor Strange's cloak. All right, so sorry, Joe, you're not even supposed to be out there anymore, buddy. Underground cistern forced. If there are no clues on underground cistern, place clues from the token pool on top of the clue value. Forced. When the investigation phase ends, discard each non-elite cultist enemy at this location. Place one doom on the agenda for each enemy discarded this way. Okay. All right, I'm not sure. I guess the forced, it always happens. It's always going to have 4 on there. So, this is the last part there. Chanting leads you through a labyrinth of tunnels to a dry cistern. Several dozen robed figures kneel before the burning birch tree, chanting, "Your friend is among them. You must stop them before they sacrifice themselves. For Elokos." Spawn the set-aside Elokos enemy at underground cistern. Faint embers side up. What are we doing? Elokos. Faint embers. Woo! Master Flame. So that is not good. So this thing. Ancient One, Flora, Elite, Massive, Retaliate. Elokos gets +5 to the number of players, so we're at 10 again. Cannot move and cannot make attacks of opportunity. Well, that's good. As a free action, we can spend 2 clues. Place 1 clue on Elokos. If Elokos has 5 clues on her, read R2, page 14. When she does attack, it's for 3 and 3. Oh, okay. The investigator at Underground Cistern draws one of the set-aside fire treacheries. Fire treachery. To the nearest location without fire. Shuffle each copy of the fire into the encounter deck along with the set-aside Queen's Knight and Herald of Flames. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Run! Run now! Run forever. Run! Alright, normally it says discard pile. Put the set-aside sluice into play. So sluice control comes into play. A small deck at this point. It doesn't shuffle well overhand. Alright, there we go. There's our wonderful new deck with lots of bad things in it. We are now going to get this. So, how do I get this fancy smancy card? Permanent, reward, limit 1 per deck. Purchase only at deck creation. You get +5 deck size. Your investigator's deck building option gains 1 other relic or charm asset from any class, level 0 through 3. So, you get this, I guess, at the end of the campaign if you win. And it's permanent. So you can always add it to every single deck, I guess. Sluice control. Location. As an additional cost to enter sluice control, investigators must spend 1 times the number of players of clues as a group. So we need 2 clues to even get in here. It is with the plus sign, which is here. So we can only get into there from... I imagine that is where we need to be. Because I have an odd feeling... that is going to do something in here. She can't move, so I can technically run away now. I don't want to stay there because I'll take damage. So we're going to use our last action to go to the one that gives us a resource. All right. She can't do anything because she doesn't move. So yeah, so upkeep for draw a card, paint the town red. I don't want a minion. All right. So we're at 5 of 10. All right. You must stop the rite at any cost. You could scour the cistern for means to stop the cult, or you could try to chop their profane idea to tinder. Spend 1 times the number of clues as a group. Discard a copy of fire at your location. Okay, so 2 clues will get rid of fires. Forced. When the round ends, each cultist enemy moves once towards the underground cistern. Objective. If Elikos is defeated, advance. Yeah, I'm going to go here because I'm thinking that's going to make water. Which means I do need to go in here because I need more clues. Because I don't want to be up in there. I mean, I could go in there, get the clues, and get back out. Guess we'll see. All right, so we're at 6 of 10. And again, the card under there is not pretty. Not pretty. Hey, it's a Hellhound. It's a Hellhound. I think there's going to be a recovery turn. I think we're going to do the Hellhound and we'll get rid of that thing. It does hurt my Cosmic Flame, though. All right, that stupid thing again. So we cannot use assets. We cannot use assets. So because we cannot use assets, we cannot use this. Or hang on, I cannot commit asset cards. I can use my cards, I can't commit them. Okay, so yeah, we can still use them. Okay. Whew, that was gonna scare me. I'm like, that would almost make this game make it impossible. All right, so we're going to attack him using this. So we're going to do plenty of damage alone. We're at 7 on a 2. 7 on a 2. -1, we're good. Goodbye, get out of here. I do need to spend 1 more of these to do 3 damage. Goodbye. We're going to spend the other 2 actions to get rid of that. Stupid thing. All right. Again, recovery phase. There's nothing else we're going to do up in there, so we're just going to get another resource for ending there. No bad guys do anything. Yep. Recover. 6. Draw a card. Oh, dang it. There's that Mark of Elikos. Put it into play. When you turn ends, take 1 damage. I have to spend 2 actions to get rid of it. I guess we're taking another turn of doing nothing. It had to happen eventually, but you were going to move. All right. Yeah, so we're up to 7. This is where the stalling is not going to be advantageous. 7. Draw a card. Torment. Peril. Test 3. If you fail, name a card type. It doesn't matter. I have 5. 5 -1 is 4. Good to go. All right. Yeah. Do I get rid of this stupid thing? I'm going to take 1 damage of the intern. I'm at 5. Go up there, investigate, come back down. Oh, no, I have to go this way, which I would have 2 because I have this. I do have my second sight still, which gets me 2 clues, which then I can go there. I would take 1 damage. I think that'll work. I need to go in here. So, first action goes up here. Second action, we're going to investigate. So we're at 5 on a 4. We'll do 6 on a 4. +1, so we've definitely succeeded. Can return a non-story asset in your location to its owner's hand. Here's the question though. When do what is the order of operation? Would this happen before this, or would this happen first, meaning then I can use this to return it to my hand? I think it doesn't matter, right? Because I said this doesn't go away unless the negative happens. So we're going to use that to get 2 clues. Right? And then we're going to use this, the success, to return that to my hand. We're going to use our last action to, not those 2 resources, these 2 resources, to go into the cistern or to the sluice control. Stop them at any cost. You try to open the sluice valve. A test of agility or strength. If you succeed, each enemy is defeated and each investigator that has not resigned is killed. R3. So we win, but we lose. We sacrifice ourselves. It's a strength 5. Joe, where are you when I need you? I don't have the agility or the strength to do that. Unless we get some more cards. Basically, that's what I'm going to have to keep drawing for cards, I guess. 4 clues in here, though. We're going to go out with a blaze of glory. Although, I guess in this case, we're going to drown in a sea of tears. David, this is for you. You're supposed to be the joke guy. You're supposed to be the one making these jokes for me. Yeah, we got to test the sluice. All right. So, that was all my actions. Again, no baddies. So this will go there. Got plenty of resources. I just can't spend them. Although I can get my second sight, but again, that's for investigate. Doesn't help me for what I'm trying to do there. I wish it was the, oh yeah, I gotta take a damage. So I'm still on a timer because of this thing and that. But I wish it was like if you investigated, it was the X based on the number of clues, kind of like that girl was, because then that would make it easier if you don't have either of those 2 skill sets. In the sewer, it's not clean water, nor tears, it stinks. A little bit. This whole thing has stunk. Yeah. Draw a card. Not the one I want. I don't want guts. I want my strength one. Do I have overpower in this deck? Did I already have my overpower? I probably don't have overpower now that I think about it. I probably don't have overpower because overpower would have been for a fighting deck, and this is not a fighting deck. The closest, no, both. I think I got both my soul links already. What about my agilities? My double agilities. Manual dexterity there. I think I got both manual dexterities already too. Manual dexterity there. I would need a way to pull a card out of my discard. All right. So we are at 7 of 10. Cantor of Flame. Yay. Yay. All right. So my turn. We're definitely going to use this. We already do 2 damage, so I don't have to use my Cosmic Fire. We're going to use this because I want to succeed and draw another card. So we're going to do an attack for 5, 6, 7. 7 on 2. 0. Good to go. Good to draw a card. Oh, we got a wild and a punch. Ooh, we got it. This is my second Cosmic Flame. So, what would we be at? We'd be at 2, 3, 4. We'd be at 4 on 5. That's not enough. 4 on 5. 4 on 5. I can play an asset and allow me to draw an asset. So I think all right, so that was my first action. Second action, we're going to play an asset, which will allow me to take an asset back into my hand. Right? And then I get 3 charges. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 plus our 2, so we're at 6. I think I want to go. Let's go maybe one or two more times. We're at 6, and we're at 8. I think we're gonna go to the next round. Because if we don't have it on the next round, we'll run away and resign. Because I don't think I want this to advance, because I think what's under there is bad. I know it's bad. I read it, but I can't remember what the badness was. I don't remember what the badness is. But if I can get a little bit more strength, that would be good. Right, 1 was attack, 2 was play the card. Right, 1 was attack, 2 was play the card, 3 is going to be draw a card. That does not help me. All right, recover another resource, draw another card. Comic-Con, take another damage. This one, I cannot play assets or trigger abilities on other assets. Oh, no, okay, so I have to get rid of this now, because I won't even be able to trigger. No, I don't need to trigger an ability on this. Yeah, we're trying to turn the sluice on. All right. So we go to 9. When does Doom go up? At the beginning of each round, basically. Fire! Oh, dang it. So now I'm going to be taking 2 damage. All right, this is the all or nothing. I'm going to be taking 2 damage at the end of this turn because of the fire. Because I have no clues to put it out. All right. So we're at, what did I say we're at? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I want more. 6. So 7, draw a card. Oop, got us another one. 8, draw a card. Did not help us. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna turn on the sluice. All right, here we go. Turn on the sluice. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 2. So we're at 7, and we need a 5. So it's 7, a 5. 7, a 5, 7, a 5. We want the plus or the 2. -2. We did it. That was 5. We turned the stupid thingy. We died in a hail of water. I was going to say a hail of glory or bullet hail. Raining bullets? No, raining water. We are killed. Read R3. I got an ending. I got a resolution. Like, it's probably not the ideal resolution. It's probably not the good resolution. But it is a resolution. No. Resolution 2. Resolution 3. There you go. The old sluice gates screech open, loosing is a weird word, loosing a deluge of fetid sewage. Down the corridors, you hear the torrent of water accompanied by the screams of countless cultists. Rather than try to run, you accept your fate. It is clear that there is no escape. You did what had to be done. All the muck rises rapidly to your ankles, then your knees, then your neck, and you think of your friend, Dr. Armitage, and the countless others who have likely drowned. You sacrificed yourself and them to stop the return of the ancient evil. You only hope your sacrifice was not in vain. In your campaign log, record the investigators flooded the summoning trial. Each investigator who did not resign is killed. So this means we're actually killed, meaning you can't use them in future campaigns. Each investigator who did resign earns experience equal to the victory X. Nobody did. Each investigator has 3 bonus for escaping. The investigators have earned the Collector campaign reward cards. Add both copies of this card to the player card pool. So, okay, so we did get these. So that means anytime I build a deck, I can add these in now, which is good. I'm not building decks, but it's permanent, so they go in every deck anyways. Each surviving investigator suffers mental illness, which doesn't happen. The investigators win the campaign, but it's only a matter of time until the followers of Elikos rise again. Your face is red from victory. It's flushed. Welcome to Arkham. Congratulations on completion of this campaign. I hope you experience a memorable one. Course set serves an introduction. Yeah. So basically killed means that if you want to carry, so there's two campaigns, right? There's two campaigns in Arkham. There is the main campaign of playing the, whatever they call this thing, right? The campaign, right? But then there is what they call their extended campaign. Where is the extended campaign? Yeah. So, epic campaign, right? So here, death, trauma, and insanity, right? If an investigator is defeated, taking equal to their stuff, they're killed, right? Or they're driven insane. It says, if an investigator is killed, driven insane, or devoured, that investigator cannot be used for the remainder of the campaign. We're technically at the end of this campaign. So dying in this campaign means nothing, right? Because it was the last chapter. However, with Epic Campaign Mode, after completing a campaign, you may wish to continue your investigator's story in another campaign. Epic Campaign Mode offers a challenge to players who wish to see how long their investigator can prevail against countless horrors, and is not for the faint of heart. When your investigator is killed, driven insane, or otherwise removed from the game, their accumulated experience across each campaign determines your total score. In order to play Epic Campaign, you have these rules, right? So not all surviving investigators in the original campaign need to be transferred, so you can always try a new one. Forfeit all experience during the previous campaign. Record the amount of experience, basically for scoring purposes. At the completion of a campaign, or if that is killed or driven insane, add this total to your final experience. Remove all cards from level 1 from 5 to your deck, resetting your deck to level 0. So really, the only thing it's doing is you transfer your physical and mental trauma. So it makes the next game harder, the next campaign game you play harder, because they're going to start at a lower amount. Reset the chaos bag, and each of investigators has ability that occurs at the beginning of the campaign or deck creation, such as bonus experience that triggers one more time upon transferring to a new campaign. Okay, so if you have any plus stuff, you get more, right? So like this here, right? This is at the beginning of the campaign. Permanent reward limit 1 per deck, purchase only at deck creation. So again, you add this when you do your deck creation. And then their options, you gain 1 other relic or charm from any class. So basically you can add a relic or charm from another class to your deck. I don't think this had any relic or charms. Can't remember. If you want to see what was under here, because maybe you want to see what's under here, just because I forgot what was under here. You see it because you have to build the deck, so it's there. You get Brethren of Ash. So if this would have hit 10, which it would have done on the next turn. Forced, when Doom would be placed on a card, each investigator takes 1 direct damage. So basically you have a new timer with this, because now you're going to take damage every turn. Forced, if each remaining investigator is defeated, advance. Objective, if Elikos is defeated, R1. So this is basically just a in-game timer that's going to kill you anyways. So that's why I was telling you, David, that no matter what, you're going to die. I died there. I died there. I died. The only way I wouldn't have died was defeating Elikos. Elikos had 10 health, and I would not have had the ability to do enough investigation without Joe to get that done at a 1-player. Here he goes. Final Girl at 9. Yes, Final Girl will be at 9. We'll be starting, I guess, a quasi-campaign. So Final Girl has a campaign in their lore books. So I figured maybe I'll start playing through those. to do the campaign mode. Still need to determine if I want or how I want to paint the minis, if I'm going to use the minis. Or I don't know if people would buy those online, just the minis for like other games. I just don't know. But like I said, there is a one of the boxes you kind of need the minis because they're supposed to be the bad guys, and you would need to have some way to identify who is who when you're moving them. So I don't think I'd have to look to see if the Meeple sticker people have created stickers for them yet. I could always mark them, right? Mark them one side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever, or the letters. There's always ways around it. I don't know. The big thing is with the new crowdfunding campaign, the stretch goals gave me meeples that have like pictures on them. So now it's like, oh, well, that solved my problem of not having the pictures. I could just keep the Final Girl minis and the Baddie minis, which is all the minis anyways. So it really doesn't do any difference. One way or the other. But yeah, that'll be Final Girl will be at 9. And then we have all the 20 strong games tomorrow. We have some family friendly games on Friday. I'll probably, actually, now I'm thinking about it, I might do a giveaway of those, of some of the Disney games. I know I'm going to do probably a giveaway of the Unlocked game, the Kids Unlocked. They're cheap. They're not really that expensive. So I could always buy them again if I want to play them with Lucita when she gets older, but that's a couple of years from now. Saturday are campaigny type games, Kinfire, Labyrinth, Stone Saga, and Cozy Stickerville, or the last part of Cozy Stickerville. Cozy Stickerville, me and Audrey will be playing at 10 on Friday. And then Sunday is just a bunch of spacey stuff. On that one, I'm thinking I'll probably do a giveaway during the Star Trek game. I have the Star Trek Fantasy Realms game, so I'll probably give that away on that stream. I'm trying to think with the other games, what do I have that would go with it? On the Andromeda's Edge, I will be giving away, honestly, on the Andromeda's Edge, as many people that come out, I'll give away as many as they want. I have those the dragon cards, the Flamecraft cards from Cardboard Alchemy. So they gave me those a couple years ago, and we didn't have a chance to do the giveaways on those for an incentive giveaway, which is really what drove me to do the incentive giveaway for Extra Life this year. Is because I was like, hey, I have all these promos. I should do some with them. Like, I got all the Dice Tower promos and that I don't have games for. That is that. I guess that's it. Extra Life, go down, donate, even $1 helps the kids, helps the niños. Yeah, I think that's it. I'm tired. I need a break. We're gonna take a break. Go play with the baby. I call it taking a break, but I'm gonna go play with a baby for a couple hours, which doesn't let you relax that much. But that is that. This is the gameplay. If you enjoyed the gameplay, like, subscribe, bell notification, all that stuff. Until next time, guys. Peace.